Frank, where's this one headed?
Well, it might just catch the left side of the green. Get on the dance floor, but it's going to be a long way away from the band.
That will be a great look at birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Wow, I thought it was going in just off the mark by a fraction. Clean this up with a tap. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Frank, how important is positioning off the tee here?
Well, we saw a positional tee shot at 1 and 2. This is another one here at 4.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
A rather nice shot, I would say.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Shouldn't be a problem here. In the hole, and that'll bring the score to 1 under. Fifth hole here at TPC Sawgrass, long par 4. What's the challenge, Frank?
Depending, really, if you're long or short hitter. The long hitters have the luxury of taking it over the corner of the bunker down the right. Shorter hitters really play at that bunker down the left, 320 run out. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
So he's hit it inside 30 feet. Not his best, but still a chance.
Yeah, the odd 28-footer, and that's exactly what it is. I've seen a few of those go down.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
So a tester from 4 feet. Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par. Frank, this isn't a hole that sort of jumps out at you the way, say, 17 does.
Yeah, a lot of times people will just sort of gloss over it, but anytime you get a par 4 into 400 yards, it's a great opportunity. But once again, a positional hole. Take advantage of it.
Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it. Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Has to like that one. Another birdie to get to 2 under par. Frank, what do you think of the 7th?
Interesting par 4 for 2 reasons. The undulating green on the end of the hole that also shapes to the right, that makes it look like a dogleg right. But really, you want to play that tee shot just inside those pot bunkers down the right side. Not heading in the right direction.
You know, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. That's a 3rd birdie on the day. TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novello. Here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Frank, so many different lies in golf. This is one you don't see too much. The golf ball is on the mulch.
Yeah, and it never really sits up. So this is one of those ones you've got to be much more conservative than you'd like to be. Play for the fat of the green.
Get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Locked in on the read and the speed. Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. This would give him a bogey. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
So just a formality here. So quite a bit of that good work after the birdie run is undone with the double bogey here. Frank, the 9th is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right, and sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions, and that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable.
That is just a beautiful shot. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
He'll need to be strong with this. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Now 2 to the good side. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going? Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. 115 yards. Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Just a little tap in here. 2 under on the day. All right, hole number 11 here at the TPC Sawgrass, 558-yard par 5. No shortage of options, no shortage of hazards, Frank.
If there's one hole at TPC Sawgrass where you can literally leap out of your shoes, this is it. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though? Grab the fire extinguisher. Put out the... That ball is on fire. It's melting going through the air.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking him for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
Holding steady now at 2 under par. Down to the par 4 12th, and it's a pretty short hole, Frank.
Yeah, Pete Dye often doesn't get enough credit for his short par fours. This is a great example where one of the features of it is the blind second shot, just to give you a little bit of doubt on judging the distance.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, a bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like.
Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the greenside bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options, and you don't have to hit the ball first.
Steady all day long. That one about 20 feet away. They'll settle. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Those keep the round going, those par putts. Hole number 13 here at Sawgrass. Tricky 181-yard par 3.
You don't have to hit directly at this flag. When that flag's at the back there, you can use the contours. When it's on the left, once again, you can use the ridge in the middle of the green. Matter of fact, one of the hardest hole locations is when it's in the front right, because that's when you have to be perfect.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par. Frank, the 14th hole. A lot has happened here over the years.
I think it's the litmus test on the back nine. That's where things really start to heat up. It looks like a straightforward tee shot, but often the eyes wander to that water down the left side. And, of course, if you think about that, you invariably fire the ball towards the right, where those hillocks and thick roughness and virtually no chance of reaching the par 4 and 2.
That was just a beautiful drive. And hit it solid and right in the middle. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. That will be a great look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Wow, I thought he made that. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Settles in over the putt. He'll take par and move on. Just before we get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, 15 requires all of your attention, doesn't it, Frank?
Personally, I think this is the prettiest hole on the golf course, Rich. I've actually often gone back there and taken pictures. Just a gentle dogleg to the right. You come out of the chute. Seems to be a generous fairway. You just get a little view of the bunker down the right side, but virtually there's no lip there, so that's not a concern. The green, all sorts of weird and wonderful waves on it. Well protected by a big bunker on the left, and there's two little pop bunkers out on the right that, well, if you're first time around, you might notice.
Has a shot of about 135 yards. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Right off the edge. Wow.
That hurts.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there. Frank, I think one of the things that fans love about this gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, each hole has that sort of hold your breath moment. Certainly 17, we know when that ball's in the air, you're holding your breath. Is it wet or dry? 16, same on that second shot. You're holding your breath wondering, where is it? Right in the water or left with a chance for three?
That's why you don't want to get too sloppy on that tee shot. A lot of people look at 16 because there's a wide fairway and they think just get it down there. The extra 10 or 15 yards, there's a little ridge down that left side. If you catch that, the ball will kick a good 20 yards further forward. 20 yards is too close. I'd much rather go into 17 with a 4-iron than a 2-iron.
Second from an excellent lie. Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face, and a good chance for birdie. These putts keep the round together. Putting a good round together now at 4 under. Everyone at some point wants to have a crack at this hole. It might be the most famous single hole in all of golf, the 17th here at TPC Sawgrass, the Island Green. It has been reported that some guy once made a 66 here on the 17th. So you should be able to do a little bit better than that if you do get the chance to play it.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Just a couple of feet. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is, because the simple reason you've played 17 holes and the job isn't done yet.
Frank just continuing to make the game look easy.
This just shortens the whole golf course up when you can hit it that far.
Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
And with that, ends the round with 66.
Frank, solid effort today. What's your assessment?
Golf like that can certainly result in wins, that's for sure. But more importantly, the opportunity to get one.